Gents and lady. Sorry, I should start with lady and gents. Streaky is here for you guys. So let's have all those questions coming in now.
Well, Streaky, 18-run lead, 6 wickets in hand. Just give us an insight into what could be the tactic tomorrow. Are you guys going to go for it or try and go for maybe a draw?
Still a long way, long way to go. There's 92 overs in the game. It's slow going out there. It's not an easy wicket to score quickly on. So yeah, we've got to get through a session and get ourselves into a position where we can maybe consider giving them a target. But yeah, very tough, especially with the deficit that we've had to make up. And the wicket scoring so slowly.
It seems obviously you had the issue with Jarvis before the test and his ankle injury. Is Solomon Mary also struggling with a bit of a stiff ankle?
Yeah, he's also carrying a bit of a niggle, so difficult, for him to bowl. Obviously, he's not a specialist bowler. He's sort of part-time. I call him a reluctant bowler. But he's definitely got potential to contribute more in the future. But obviously struggling with a bit of an ankle, and not helped by the foot marks. There's a bit of foot marks there as well. That he's been.
Do you have any regrets going into the test with one seamer, Bobby being the only seamer, looking at the situation?
No, not really. I think the weather, having a bit of cool weather around has meant that the wicket hasn't dried and dusted up as much as we'd liked it to have done. So it's been a little bit more placid than what we'd really hoped it to do. So yeah, there's still a lot of cricket to be played tomorrow, but that's going to be still a hard fighting day and a hard fighting first session for us. We've got not long till the new ball comes, and we've got to get through that and then see if we can get some sort of total that we feel we can defend.
Yesterday you were in a very strong position. You had them 7 down. The mood in the camp must have been great. And how disheartening was it to concede a 200-run 8th wicket partnership?
Yeah, I think very, because we had a poor referral. And it cost us, because then we had a decision which went against us, which was clearly out, and unfortunately that happens. Kumar Damasina, getting one slightly wrong there, but that happens in cricket, and they both batted really well. Put us under a lot of pressure, and we didn't help ourselves with a few drop catches. So yeah, I suppose we've got ourselves to blame for giving that lead, but we just got to deal with what we have now.
Streaky, what have you been saying to PJ? Clearly, first innings, second innings, he has completely changed how he normally plays. He's usually aggressive, wants to full ball and bat. What have you been saying to him?
Actually, it's more Lance Klusner who's been talking to him, but I think PJ is a very determined guy, first of all, and I think he's a very intelligent guy. He's worked out watching the other guys and how it's not easy just to go out there and play shots. So he's adjusted his game accordingly to the wicket, and I think he's also his batting in the first innings has given him insight into how he has to go about it. And I think anyone who's gone out there and batted for a period of time, you can see it hasn't been easy and a free-flowing sort of innings by anyone who's gone out there and batted.
This has been a test match where it seems that the advantages switch from one side to the other. What do you make of the balance between the two sides, and what separates these two test teams?
Look, I think batting wise, I think we're pretty similar. I think maybe from our seam department, we just 1 or 2 guys shy of having. Obviously, they've got good praise in Gabriel Roach, and obviously their skipper have contributed well. So it's something that hopefully in the future we'll be able to be better at. I think our spin department is up there with theirs, and our batting, as I've mentioned.
It must be frustrating for you for a top order to just, for the guys like 8 down, I mean not call, 2 down with 8 runs at lunch, and then all the Irvine, Taylor, Murray, and all Masakazi, they're all gone now.
Yeah. I think the main thing for us is more, you know, when you get out to a good ball. I think Hamilton got a good ball. It digged back quite a bit. So you know, I think Solomon was a soft dismissal even by his own standards. He does play aggressively, but you know, on that wicket and with that length, very difficult to try and play that type of shot on this wicket, on a fit-there wicket where he's had a lot of evidence of ball staying low. So those are the sort of dismissals you want to get rid of, and also Craig, you know, even if Craig if he's honest with himself, you know, got out to a pretty soft dismissal. It wasn't like, you know, the ball did a heck of a lot. So yeah, if we'd taken maybe two wickets, you know, maybe Murray and Irvin's wickets off there, and we were 140 for 2. You know, it's a good position. You know, at least it gives us wickets in hand if we want to then press on and try and, you know, get some sort of lead and put them in. We would be able to.
Overally, the wicket, is it exactly what you had requested? Is it what you ordered, or is it too much turn?
No, we wanted a wicket that would spin and break up. But as I said, the weather conditions on day 1 and 2, you know, made that the deterioration of the pitch much slower than what we had hoped it to be. You know, normally in October you get really hot, dry days, and normally then that deterioration happens a bit quicker.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gents.
Jason, you're obviously friends with Shane outside of cricket as well. How much did you enjoy batting with him this morning and both reaching your turns?
Man, it was really enjoyable, man. Shane is obviously not had his best at times in the recent past, and he was in need of a score, you know, and it was really good to be out there to help him along. That was really my determination, you know, to get him to score. At that stage, we obviously under a bit of pressure on the Zimbabweans ball yesterday afternoon, and then we really needed a partnership to get back in the game, you know, and it was down to me and Shane to really stand out there and put up a big partnership. You know, we just wanted to take it in 10-run stages, and for me, it's just getting Shane in, you know, and from there I felt he was able to relax and flow.
It was a big partnership. Were you aware of any of the records you were setting or breaking at the time?
No, I wasn't really aware of them. You know, we just set up to bat some time to put a big partnership together. And, you know, we were able to get 100-run partnership and then on to 150 and obviously down up to 200, you know, which was a remarkable achievement, especially on that pitch where the Zimbabweans at ball. Having said that, you know, probably a little disappointed, you know, to lose our wickets at that stage. We wanted to at least lead them by at least 150 runs, but I would still take 120 runs. At the end of the day, I think it was a really good effort, especially coming from where we were under a bit of pressure. So I would say decent effort.
Jason, are you still pushing to win the match, or you'll be comfortable with the draw, or what do you think you need to do day 5?
I think tomorrow's morning session will be very, very crucial. You know, we just need to break this partnership. You know, Raz is playing really well, and also PJ Moore. So I think if we break this partnership quite early tomorrow morning, we could be in with a really good shot of winning the game. You know, having said that, it's still not a pitch where you can go blast up people on and probably look for wickets. You know, it's spinning really slowly for the spinners, and the seamers is not really carrying through to the wicketkeeper or to any of the slip forward. So we've got to be really, really patient. I think if we use the surface as much as possible, I think we'll be in with a really good shot in terms of breaking the partnership and then seeing how the lower half goes.
Quite late in the day there, you were seen walking off the pitch. Are you in good order? Are you carrying some injuries?
No injuries, you know, just obviously a low wear and tear of being out there for a very long time. You know, obviously batting for a bit of time and then had to come up and bowl a few overs this evening. So, you know, the body's a little tired today, and hopefully I can get some good sleep and my recovery and come back fresh tomorrow.
Zimbabwe don't play many test matches, certainly not as many as the West Indies. I'm just wondering, what are your impressions of Zimbabwe as a test side?
I think it reminds me a lot of our side, you know. Probably a year and a half ago, we were probably at the stage Zimbabwe's at now, where we were looking to come into international cricket. Many of us been relatively inexperienced, and I just think it's a situation for Zimbabwe to remain patient. I think they've got to probably go in the lines that we've gone in terms of selecting a core group of players and just giving them some time. It will take time before they get the results, you know, but I believe if they play a lot more cricket and and stick together, you know, they will get some results in the future. They've played some reasonable cricket here so far. You know, Hamilton got 100, you know, Raz has gotten 2 half centuries in the game so far. PJ got a half century in the first innings. I think Graham got 8 wickets in the last game. So, you know, there's obviously some talent there. And now with a wealth of experience, a guy like Brendan Taylor coming back, and obviously a guy like Carl Jarvis, and you know, you've got some experienced guys who've been playing over a number of years now for Zimbabwe. So I think you guys have a lot of talent here. I think if you put right things in place in order to move the game, move the core group of guys together forward, you'll be in a lot better stead in a few years' time.
Put Kimara Roach's bowling in this series in perspective, because coming here, he admitted, you know, he didn't expect much help, and he's been outstanding.
Yeah, Kimara has done a remarkable job, man. I think the seamers who've been successful here really strike the new ball, and Kimara was able to do that for us, you know, today. Not only with the new ball, but coming back with the older ball, you know, he's obviously created a lot of pressure, but keeping things very tight. And he's been outstanding. Every time I call him to come in and run in and give me an effort, he comes and he gives 100%, and that's all I can ask as a captain.
Thank you. Productions. This livecast has been powered by ZimdiTv News, a division of Sly Media Productions, specialists in social media streaming and in-house TV productions. This livecast has been powered by ZimdiTv News, a division of Sly Media Productions, specialists in social media streaming and in-house TV productions.